Hello. Good morning. Hey, everybody. I'm up. I'm awake. This might be the busiest day since debut. And I made sure, gosh, was it yesterday that I did the super chat thank yous? I rested the entire day. I didn't go into voice chat. I didn't do anything. I drank a lot of honey lemon water, and I just made sure that I was back at 100%. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Yeah, I'm back basically to 100%. The voice was feeling a little bit rough at the end of the super chat thank yous, but I'm back up to basically 100%. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. It is I, Vesper Noir, the resident scholar of Guild Tempus and a member of HOLOSTARS English. Hello, good morning. Good morning. How is everybody? I'm 100% certain at this point that I'm the only member of Tempest that has a decent sleep schedule. And I don't know too much about our senpais on either end, but I might be one of the only HoloPro talents with a decent sleep schedule. I haven't had a chance to interact with a lot of our senpai yet, but I might be the only one. Is there anybody else that has a decent sleep schedule? I'm like relatively certain that Aruran senpai doesn't sleep either. Like every time I check my YouTube account, he's always streaming. I very rarely see him not streaming. Probably Oga. Oga senpai might have a decent sleep schedule. Okay. Sleep is so important. Sleep is so incredibly important. This might be like a hot take because I'm not a doctor and I have no medical training. But I have a sneaking suspicion that sleep might be more important than like eating habits, right? Because I think you could still be healthy like if you're eating less than average or if you're eating like junk food if you sleep 8 hours a day, right? Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Very nice. Okay, I guess I'll starve myself. No. You should do both. It's just that, like, people focus... For health, people tend to focus a lot on, like, eating habits and not enough on sleeping habits, right? Yeah. Oh, definitely, you have to be careful what you eat. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But I do think that, more people neglect sleeping habits than eating habits, right? I think that's that might be a weird statement. I don't know. What's sleep? Yeah. I'm starting to get a feel for a good, sustainable schedule that allows me to sleep a regular amount and also do the stuff that I want to do. Did you ever think of playing Sherlock Holmes? Is that like a video game? I've never heard... I mean, like... Interesting statement. I'm assuming it's a new video game or something, but... I like getting requests and suggestions for what video games to play, but you know, I don't think it's a secret. I don't think it's a secret that the more influence you have, the more difficult it is to get permissions and stuff like that, and just be safe, right? The worst possible situation is where I have like an involuntary break between streaming, right? That's the worst case scenario, and we need to avoid that at any cost, right? And if it means we don't get to play certain games, so be it, right? So be it. Because I never really want to take, especially an involuntary break, right? Like ever. Yeah, you know? and that means like a lot of people are requesting, and I would like to fulfill the request, especially like the Vesties that are asking me, but I might not be able to. Yeah. And that's just the way that it goes, right? We could be as risky as we want, and then it's like, oh, like a 2-week break from streaming, which is a nightmare for me, right? Yeah. As long as everybody understands that, like, I'm not gonna say no just because, right? We just have to be a little bit careful. I'm starting to get a feel for what type of schedule that I want. I've had talks with the other guildmates, and we're having really good conversations about. For me, my issue is like the perfectionist tendency, right? They were commenting on, you know, like the obsession with like every 2 minutes I need to say something entertaining. They're like, that's not healthy, you know? That's not healthy. And I think the best way to get around that is this stream slot right here, like 10 a.m. to noon or wherever, is going to be my try hard hours, right? This is where I'm gonna put all of my like try hard streams, right? I'm gonna dig a computer out of the dumpster and then disassemble it on stream, stuff like that, right? Hot sauce, whatever. And I will allow myself to try hard to my heart's content at this slot right here, right? And then I'll do for lack of a better word, I'll do quantity over quality in the PM, right? I'll do quantity over quality in the PM, which means I can't continue to stream at 10 p.m. That's just because I have to sleep, right? It's actually like pretty dicey. Like, in order to get my full 8 hours of sleep, doing a 10 p.m., 10 a.m. slot, like at 10 p.m. when I'm done streaming, I immediately have to jump into bed, or else like, because it takes me about an hour to 2 hours to get to sleep, right? No more 10 p.m. That's not good. So I do think as we're able to ramp up like the amount of content that we're making, the amount that we're streaming, 10 a.m. to 11 noon, like 1 to 2 hours a day, maybe 5 days a week or something like that. Like, I'm going to try hard and I'm going to make like interesting streams to the best of my ability. And then in the PM is basically I'm going to spoil it for you guys a little bit, okay? The new schedule isn't out yet, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. We're playing a truly ridiculous amount of Apex next week. Just like, that is not good. People are going to get really annoyed. We're playing a ridiculous amount of Apex next week, but it's all in the PM. So if that's not your thing, if you're bored of Apex streams and you don't like seeing it, you can happily just like not watch any of that, right? And Apex will never touch my 10 a.m. slot. From this point forward, super chat thank yous will never touch my 10 a.m. slot, you know? Like, I'm very discriminating when it comes to my 10 a.m. content, right? Yeah, I'm never going to let anything that I would consider not sweaty touch my 10 a.m. slot, right? Only the good stuff. And if I absolutely can't think of anything interesting for the 10 a.m., I'll just do like a Zatsudan, right? Like a free chat, because you guys seem to like the Zatsudan content. So it's basically very little pressure for the 10 a.m. Either it's good stuff, like a good game that I can you know, try hard and make it as entertaining as possible. And then if not, I'll just do like a Zatsudan, right? Yeah. Good stuff. And then the PM is just going to be try hard. No. The PM is going to be quantity over quality. So like long streams where I'm not stressing about saying something interesting every 2 minutes, you know? Yeah. Try soft, exactly. The PM hours are going to be the try soft hours, where we're just playing a lot. I could see us playing an insane amount of Apex. I could see us doing like 3 to 5 hour sessions of Apex, and then we just forget we're streaming. That's the danger right there. We might forget that we're streaming and just say things that we would never say when we're in streamer mode, you know? Or like a 5-hour Raft session, right? God, Raft is so good. That's the first time I've ever played it, and I'm already hooked. It's a really good game, you know? Rust! Yes! I like it. It's a good mix. I was originally considering doing a fair amount of like video creation work, right? Doing a fair amount of video creation work. But I'm kind of in love with just becoming a streamer, where I'm just streaming. I'm streaming like 1/3 of the day. I'm just streaming, and if I do that, I can't try hard. I'll burn out if I like am obsessed with being entertaining as much as possible. So it's just like put that in a 1 to 2 hour slot, and then just be a streamer, like a gamer, the rest of the time, you know. It's an issue. It's an issue. Yeah. People have told me Minecraft is incredible for marathon gaming. 9-hour streams and stuff like that, right? Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if I catch the Minecraft bug, right? Like, maybe not. I don't know. For now. A little sneak peek of the coming week where the schedules aren't out yet. It's Apex week. We're going to be playing a lot of Apex, and it's going to be mostly in the PM. Yeah. I'll never play Apex at 10 a.m. Like, I don't think it's ever going to happen. Yeah. I pitched the hardcore Zomboid idea, and everybody was on board. So we're just waiting for that. Everybody was so on board that I think all 3 of them bought Zomboid, you know? And then it's not going to be something that we do long term, because eventually everyone's going to die, right? And then that's when the arc is going to end, right? And I think we're going to do a couple tutorial streams where I just teach them the basics, and it's not the same. And then we'll do like a narrative, like a hardcore Zomboid narrative where we need to survive. But I don't think it's fair to just throw them into it without any practice, right? I wouldn't want to be thrown into a situation like this without practice, and then we just kind of do that. Yeah, everybody's into it. I think it would be funny. The narrative, the drama, the pageantry, the betrayal, I think it would be really funny. I'm just imagining a situation where one of us ends up hoarding food and hiding it from the others or something like that. You know? And the stakes are so high, right? That's really the secret that a lot of people don't understand when it comes to making videos and streams and stuff like that. You have to add stakes, right? And I don't mean the kind that you grill. I am a big fan of grilling steaks. I mean there has to be something to lose, right? That tension, there has to be tension, you know? Yeah. Everybody's just, yeah, steaks. Okay, steaks. Yeah. Okay. The sauce. I am going to mute and pour some more tea. Give me a second. We're back. Ooh, a dab, the last dab on their steaks. I'm kind of a no sauce guy when it comes to steaks, especially if you're using a very like high quality cut. If you're eating something like a ribeye, I'm a no sauce kind of guy, you know? Yeah. If I'm using a lower quality cut of ribeye, like a choice or select or something like that, like just something cheap that I got from the supermarket on the way home, I might add garlic or herbs and stuff like that. But if it's like prime, if it's prime, I don't even use herbs or garlic. Just pure meat and oil, right? and maybe salt and pepper, right? Or just even salt, right? In general, the higher quality the meat, the less you want to add to it, right? I don't use butter. I use ghee. I use clarified butter. Yeah. And maybe a little bit of olive oil. Yeah. Same with tea, right? Same with tea. And I feel like the same with coffee as well, right? If you're drinking really high quality coffee that's like $40 a pound for the beans, you don't even add milk or sugar, right? It's just black coffee, like a little bit, and then you just take sips of it, right? Really high-end coffee, you don't want to mix it with any milk or anything like that, right? Same with really high-quality tea. You don't want to, you know. I love rosemary on steak, but if it's a prime cut or above, I'm not going to be putting any rosemary on it. Just salt, right? Yeah. Yeah. Truffle butter? What do I look like? I'm made of money or something? There's like absolutely no way I can afford truffle butter. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, that's insane. Ah, today's tea. That always makes me a little happy when people ask like what type of tea. Today's tea is a baozong. I am butchering it. I am butchering the pronunciation of it. It's baozong. It's a green tea, but it's also kind of not a green tea, you know? It's a little bit expensive, but it's a great daily drinker because it's like an ultra smooth tea without too many variabilities in it. I think that the biggest insult, the most common insult that you'll see for baozong is it's boring. It's boring. It's too smooth. There's not enough complexity, right? But that alone is kind of a great situation, right? It's nice. It's a very smooth, mild flavored tea. Very nice. Oh, it's pronounced with a J. I didn't know that. Jong? Something like that. Thoughts on tea with milk? Like a good Assam with milk is delicious, right? The thing is the tea has to be robust enough to handle milk, right? If you have a delicate flavored tea and you put milk in it, you'll just taste milk, right? Thoughts on pilk? I'll give you my actual thoughts on pilk. It's just a melted float, right? It tastes like a melted Coke float, right? Yeah. People have played, like I've watched streamers drink pilk and be like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna throw up, and I think they're playing it up, right? I'm throwing shade here to unnamed streamers. I think they're playing it up. I think they're, you know, go eat a tablespoon of the last dab and then tell me about I think I'm gonna throw up, right? Pilk just tastes like a melted Coke float, which is definitely not tasty. It definitely doesn't taste good. No one would ever drink that of like, no one ever says, "Oh yeah, I love the taste of a melted Coke float," right? But it's not disgusting, right? Yeah. It's just an unpleasant taste. It's just unpleasant. If I ever do a pilk drinking stream, I'll throw in some of the last dab and blend it in, and then I'll show you the meaning of haste, right? I'll show you the meaning of haste by just sprinting into my bathroom. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, pilk is 50% Pepsi, 50% milk. So you just mix Pepsi and milk together and then drink it. And it has the color and consistency of chocolate milk, but it tastes like a Coke float that you just let it melt, you know? Yeah. Go, Vesper! Show us the meaning of haste! Funds for your funeral after drinking pilk? I don't want to niche myself into being the streamer that eats disgusting things. I want to avoid that at all costs. Cuz you know you can do that. You know you can easily you do something too much and then that's what you're known for and then you just have to keep doing that. I don't want to niche myself into being yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of really great people looking out after us, you know? The members of Tempus. We have a lot of a lot of really intelligent and great people looking out after us. And then, so whenever we have ideas that we pitch, they don't, unless it's unless it's a danger to our safety, they're not gonna say no, but they'll just point out they'll point out complications that we might not see, right? So when I suggested doing the Hot Ones challenge, the first point was like, can you do that without damaging your stomach? And I was like, yes I can, right? And then the second point to consider was like, are you sure you want to be known as the streamer that eats disgusting things, right? Because there's a danger of doing that. And I was like, I understand that. I didn't really consider it before, so now I understand. But I think as long as I don't make a habit out of it, instead of being the streamer that eats disgusting things, I could be the dumpster diver, you know? I could be the resident dumpster diver of HOLOSTARS, right? Which I don't believe that niche has been filled yet. Is there a JP senpai that regularly dies through dumpsters? I hope not. I vaguely recall Aruran senpai sleeps in a sleeping bag, or used to, right? He used to sleep in a sleeping bag. I'm just imagining like a college dude, right? Where you just sleep on the floor, you sleep on a mattress on the floor, and you have like a PlayStation 4 and a widescreen TV, and then all of your furniture is just milk crates, right? You sit on a milk crate and you're playing PlayStation 4 games on an OLED TV, like a 65-inch OLED TV, and you're just sitting on a milk crate, right? Living the dream. Damn, bitch, you live like this? Holodiver. No, that was never me. That was never me. Even at the height of my college years at the academy, I still had IKEA furniture, you know? I have standards. I have to live in a clean area that I'm not ashamed to live in, right? Dumpster diving is not a necessity, it's just a hobby, right? There's a huge distinction between dumpster diving because I need my weekly like bagel quota or else I don't get enough calories, and just dumpster diving because there's a lot of cool stuff in the dumpster, right? I'm a hobbyist. It's a lifestyle, yeah. Standards. It's also like an extreme, it's an extreme name for something that doesn't sound as bad, right? That isn't as bad as it sounds, right? Like, I'm not actually jumping into a dumpster and like picking through bags of trash. It's just you're walking home. It's just you're walking home and then you see like a computer tower next to the dumpster, right? You just see like a computer tower and it's colored like that beige color. You guys know what I'm talking about? Do you remember when computer towers used to be beige colored and then the power supply unit was mounted on top, not on the bottom? You see that? And then it's just, imagine. It just sparks your imagination, right? Right? And then you pick it up and then you give it a little rattle because there might be a dead rat in there. And if there's no dead rat, you take it home and then you just see what's inside, right? You just see what's inside. Yeah. That happened once. One time, without thinking, I just automatically took an old PC tower home and then I opened it up and then there's just a dead rat in there. Yeah. Even I have standards. I just closed that bad boy back up and then threw it away. Yeah. Could you imagine if there was a RTX 3090 in a beige computer case? Could you imagine that? What would it even connect to? What would it even connect to? Jackpot. There's like a car culture about that, right? There's like a subdivision of car culture where they make a really boring looking car and then they just like soup it up, right? What if there was like a culture? What if we start that? What if the Vesties start that culture where you find like the most mid look, like a tower that's so old that it's supposed to be like on its side? Do you guys remember that? Do you guys remember when PC towers were supposed to be put on their side on your desktop and you put a monitor on top of it, right? Like you get that style of you put that style of tower, like computer enclosure, you open that up and then you put it in RTX 30, right? RTX 3090. Yeah. And like a Ryzen 9 5950X or some crap like that. How would you cool something like that though? How would you cool it? That's the issue, right? How would you properly cool something like that? That's broken as hell. An AIO, yeah, you would need an AIO. I don't think you could air cool something like that. Very carefully. You would need to air condition the room that you were in, right? A walk-in freezer. Yeah. Haven't you seen the Hot Wheels PC? I have not. Industrial fans. A fridge PC. How would you connect the cabling in a fridge PC? You could Dremel a hole in the side of it and then add like an insulated like rubber, is it a grommet? I don't remember what it's called. And then you can have the cables running out of the PC while maintaining the insulation of the inside of the fridge, right? Just don't use a case. Yeah. Drill holes through the door. Yeah, but the problem is like you have to maintain insulation or else like the refrigerator motor would burn itself out, right? A gasket? Yeah, might be a good idea. Yeah. There's external GPUs now. during my gaming days when I was playing a whole bunch of CS, Counter-Strike, in order to prevent my PC from overheating, I used to do an open case. Like I just left the side panels open, and I had to dust out my PC like every 2 weeks. So I'm not very fond of like an open, you know, like open hardware. Yeah. Toilet PC. An external GPU isn't exposed, it's just in a separate case. That's incredible. That makes a lot of sense. How do you connect it? Like, how do you connect it? That's kind of cool. I like never thought of that. Ah, Thunderbolt. It's very inefficient. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna update. I'm not gonna update my build anytime soon, you know? Actually, I had a very difficult choice to make when we were like preparing for debut. Should I get a 3080? Should I get a 3080 or should I wait for a 4080? Because back then the news on the grapevine was that the 4090 and the 4080 were going to drop mid-late July. And my thought process was like, maybe I should wait. And I decided not to. And I think I made a really good choice, right? I made a really good choice. Because they're not even out yet, right? The RTX 4000s aren't even out yet, right? So if I waited, I would be 3 weeks into streaming as a HOLOSTAR and I would have no PC, right? Yeah, I was looking at the like the power draw of the 4080 and the 4090, and it's like, god damn. I don't even think because I think I have an 850. I have an 850 watts power supply. I think it's a Corsair RX or RMX or something like that. Decent one. It's good and quiet. I have an 850 watt power supply, and I don't think it can handle a 4080. It definitely can't handle a 4090 for sure. It definitely can't handle a 4090, and it's like 50-50 on whether it can handle a 4080, right? Yeah. Yeah, the 3060 Ti is a pretty decent buy. 3070, yeah, 3070's okay. I think I would choose like the 3060, and then if you want the 3070, it's better to just spend like an extra $100-$150 and then get a 3080. The 3080 is a really good buy. Yeah. It's always tough for like the 70 series in any NVIDIA card. You're kind of like in between. You're kind of in between, right? The point is, like, if you're not going QHD or UHD, if you're not going QHD or UHD, why not just use the 3060, right? Like, you're not gonna, you know, it's overkill. And then as soon as you get into QHD, it's kind of like, can this 3070 cut it? For most games, yes, but there's going to be certain games, no, right? And so, like, you're in a difficult position, but the 3080 can handle basically anything at QHD, right? Basically anything. So the 3070 is in like a really rough spot, right? It's definitely a good quality card. Like, anybody that got the 3070, you spent your money well, but it's definitely in a you know, yeah, the 3070 is good enough for 1440p, but I mean, I feel like there's probably a couple games that'll push it, you know? It'll push it. Yeah. Like at the very, very high end, right? Yeah, the 3080 Ti is definitely a bad buy. They added like VRAM and then they called it a day, and then you have to spend $500 more for that, and it's kind of like, yeah. What monitor would you recommend? Oh, I shouldn't recommend specific brands. I would just say be pretty careful. Be pretty careful. Because monitor specs are just the most like misleading, right? The monitor specs can be so misleading where like they just have a spec sheet and it's like it checks all the boxes, therefore it should be good, and then you buy it and it just ghosts like a mother clucker, right? Yeah, like you can have all of the right specs on paper and then you're playing with it and it's just like it's not good, right? I think monitors out of all pieces of hardware, computer hardware, are the most misleading, right? Yeah. It's tough. It's really tough. Listen, for everybody that's roasting me for saying mother clucker, I've been rewatching my VODs over the last week, just of my own, just to try to improve. I'm starting to curse way too much. I made a conscious decision that like I didn't want my content to be too cursing heavy, and I'm just getting way too comfortable. I'm just getting way too comfortable with you mother cluckers, and I'm just like cursing too much. So I'm dialing it back, and I'm going back to my original vision for my streaming content. You know, I'm getting way too comfortable cursing. You know, yeah. I wouldn't even say family friendly. I am not family friendly. I just don't want to be the one that curses a lot, right? I don't want to move into Axel's territory as a content creator, right? Yeah. I'm dumpster friendly. Exactly. You joke, but there is actually a code. A sacred code that dumpster divers like adhere to, right? No matter what, you have to be low key, right? You have to be low key. Cause you bring attention as a dumpster diver, you have to be under the radar. You have to be low key. If you're like an extra dumpster diver that's just drawing attention and you know, there's like a mainstream dumpster diving culture, it ruins it for everybody else, right? The whole point is to be like quiet and discreet and low key and nobody notices you're there, in and out really quickly, right? If you start a dumpster diving YouTube channel and then suddenly like the normal citizens are aware that we exist, you ruin it for everybody else, right? Right? You have to respect the hobo code. I keep trying to It's by choice, not by necessity, right? Like I just like it. I just think it's neat. What is going on? What is even going on? I'm breaking the code. It's not a phase. It's literally not a phase. It's not. What do you fish for? Did I mention that I like fishing? Did I mention that? I don't remember ever mentioning that. I do. I typically like pier fishing. Yeah. I've done charter fishing. I do fishing, like freshwater fishing as well, but I believe the actual term is inshore. Inshore fishing is my jam. Inshore fishing is like any general where you're within viewing distance from land or you're on land, like actually on land. Yeah. Inshore fishing is my, yeah, pier fishing, inshore beach fishing, yeah, coastal fishing. It's good. I like fishing because fishing might be one of the only hobbies in the world where you do absolutely nothing and you're staring off into space like an idiot. Just an absolutely smooth-brained ignoramus. You're just staring off into like, right? You're just staring off into space. And other fishermen, other anglers that like are watching you just stare up into space, like, damn, that's an amazing fisherman, right? You know? It's one of the only hobbies where you could just do nothing, and then the other people that are into the hobby would compliment you. They would be like, wow, you're very good at fishing, right? Could you guys think of another hobby where you could do that? Can you think of another hobby where you could actually do that? The slander. Gotcha games? No. In order to be good at gotcha games, you have to have streamer luck. Yeah, meditation. Is meditation a hobby? Is meditation a hobby? I actually enjoy bird watching. Yeah. One of my two animator roommates, he was actually an amateur bird watcher, and he liked watching birds. And I went with him a couple times. He invited me, and then we went out to watch birds, and it was like kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah, bird watching is pretty cool. That was also the roommate where he taught me that one of the most difficult things to animate is the walk cycle of any four-legged animal, right? He taught me that the walk cycle of any four-legged animal is one of the most difficult things to animate. Because it changes to like even like a 3 mile per hour change in speed completely changes the way that their legs move, right? Yeah. So it's just and the thing that makes it difficult is that a human that's lived for X amount of years, even though they never think about it, can tell instantly when a walk cycle is off for how fast they're moving, right? Like, even if a human doesn't give a crap about, you know, wolves or horses or dogs or cats, like, when they look at a walk cycle that's off, they can tell. They can be like, that's wrong. Like, my mind is telling me that, like, that's not the way that it should look, and I reject this animation, right? Even if you have spent zero amount of time actually studying how they walk, because you've observed it in nature, you can tell when it's off. So it's very difficult. Yeah. And that roommate actually, he sat down in our living room in our crappy college apartment. He sat down and showed me, you know, like he animated it out, and then he showed me. He's like, yeah, that does look like crap, and I don't know why, right? And then he did it properly, and it's like, oh, interesting. And yeah, animation is really cool. It's really weird. I reject this animation. That animal ain't right. That roommate, I'm not gonna say that name. Yeah, animation is really cool. And every animator I've ever met has been a very strange person. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, animators are just weird. The most eccentric, right, are animators. They're just... Animation is suffering. Animation is cool. Yeah. It's suffering. Animation is pain and I like it. Can't say, yeah. Artists in general, yeah, a little bit quirky, yeah. I think illustrators tend to be pretty well adjusted, right? Illustrators have like a well-balanced social life. They eat and they sleep normal amounts, right? Animators don't sleep. They just go 48 hours without sleeping, and then they crash for 20 hours, right? I don't know, man. What about silk screeners? Do you guys know about silk screeners? What the heck? What the heck are these silk screeners up to, man? I knew 2 silk screeners during my academy days, and both of them disappeared and showed up again 6 months later, and they were just like, oh, I just I just moved to Cambodia for 6 months. And it's like, are you still in school? Did they kick you out? It's like, no, we're good. I just took a sabbatical and just went to Cambodia for 6 months. It's like, what? What even? No, they didn't die. They just left. I thought they died. I was worried. What the dip is a silk screener. Okay, how do you describe what a silk screener is? Okay. You get like a wooden frame or a metal frame, and then you stretch silk over it, right? And then you stretch, I think, another layer of silk over it. And it's got like holes in it. It's got like holes. And then when you pour paint over the top, and then, you know, when you pour paint over the top of your like layered situation, and then you push the paint over, and then you push the paint back, it prints onto, you know, cloth. Yeah. I don't know how it works. I've seen it in action. I don't know how it works, but yeah, screen printing. Yeah. I'm sure someone would be like, no, Vesper, you idiot. It's not 2 pieces of silk. It's X and Y, right? And then, yeah. It's like screen printing, yeah. And it's pretty difficult, right? Because constructing the frame itself is difficult, and then there's a technique to how hard you press down, right? In order to get the desired effect. Yeah. It's very labor and skill intensive, and I kind of think it's considered like a dying art. I don't know if this is true or not, because automation has made silk screening and screen printing a little bit like less, because you can't really easily tell the difference between the two, you know? So it's kind of like a declining art, but people do it because they like it, right? It's not an art that's, yeah. People that do silk screening do it because they like it, you know? The culture of it, and it is better. The quality is definitely better than a machine printed object, right? It's just, you know, not a lot of people will be able to tell the difference, right? That's the way that it was explained to me. Yeah. It's true for a lot of techniques. Yeah. It's not a dying art. Okay. Maybe the 2 silk screeners that I met were just doomers, right? They're just doomers. The way that they explained it to me was like, it's not going to be relevant in 20 years, and it's going to be extremely niche, but I'm doing it because I like it, right? Yeah. It's just weird. Doomers. It's a dying art. It's funny because silk screening is not dying at all. You're not dyeing apparel, right? like talking to a silk screener and saying that what they're doing is dyeing, they would get so mad. They would be like, no, that's not it at all. They would be so angry at you if you tried to insinuate that. Yeah. Because that's also its own art, right? Oh, man. Time just flies. I'm kind of excited. We can carefully proceed with collabing now, right? Outside of Tempus. So we're gonna be doing that, dipping our toe a little bit. It's good. If we have streamers that are hanging out, any Vesties that are streamers that are hanging out, I don't like giving advice when it's not specifically asked for. Because it's kind of It's kind of Maybe I could just talk into the void. I'm not giving advice. I'm just talking into the void. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that. I'll talk into the void. I think a lot of people approach collaborations the wrong way, right? I think people approach collaborations the wrong way. A lot of people think that when you're collabing with someone, it's an avenue for growth. It's an avenue for making good content and stuff like that that people really want to watch. I don't really think that's the case. I don't really think that's the case. I think if you want to become a better streamer, you pretty much live or die by your solo content, right? You pretty much live or die by your solo content. The most valid reason to collaborate with other streamers is one, if you just genuinely enjoy their presence, right? If because we're all social creatures, right? And if you genuinely enjoy their presence, then it's kind of like cool, right? And the other reason is if you really respect them and you want to learn from them, right? Because that's really what a collaboration is, right? If you want to observe them in action, the way that they stream, the way that they set up their stream before they start, and then how they react to things that are happening while they're live and stuff like that. If you want to observe somebody that you respect up close, then yes, you should definitely collaborate, right? Or if you just really like hanging around them, you know? But aside from those two reasons, if you're doing a collaboration stream, I feel like you're not really going to get what you think out of it, right? You're not really getting what you think out of it, right? Yeah. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Cause for in general, 9 times out of 10, you take two separate VTubers or two separate streamers, and then you have them collaborate, and their viewer base will not mix whatsoever, right? You'll have a collaboration, and then you'll get viewer base X and viewer base Y, and then they'll meet for that one collaboration, and then after you're done, they'll separate again, right? That's just the way that it works, right? And to expect otherwise it's just not realistic, right? Yeah. I mean, 1 time out of 10, there's like that, you know, where the overlap just works, right? But it's rarer than you think it is, right? It's much rarer than you think it is. Yeah. Then collab 10 times. That's an option, definitely. Definitely an option. In general, my approach to being a streamer, I think, is just like, I'm going to collaborate because I enjoy their presence. I'm going to collaborate because I respect them as an artist and as a content creator, and I just want to learn more from them, right? And then otherwise, I'm just going all in on solo content, or just like hanging out with the boys, right? And just playing way too much Apex, and then losing a good amount of our regulars because we're just playing Apex the entire time. I'm hoping to avoid that by not having it touch my 10 a.m. content, right? If you're just not interested in Apex, like, you don't need, you know, don't worry. The 10 a.m. content is never gonna, yeah. It's just funny because we were building our schedules, and then even Axel, who loves Apex, right? Even Axel was like, we might be playing too much Apex next week. Even Axel was like, maybe we should tone it down. It's just way too much. Yeah. All right, everybody. I had a great morning chat. I hope you did too. It was just relaxed, right? I actually consciously made it a more relaxed, like, I wasn't stressing about saying interesting things for this stream in particular, because I got 4 streams today, right? I got 4 streams. I have 3 that you guys know about and 1 that you don't. And I think that 1 that you don't, you guys are going to be pretty happy, right? I'm not going to spoil it for you, but that fourth one I think is going to be kind of cool. And any Vesties, any fans of like Tempest in general are going to like it, you know? I'll keep it secret. I don't want to be the one to... I don't think anybody else like spoiled it, but yeah. I'm too weak to you guys. I feel like you guys are when? Oh, that's true. We should at least tell about the time, right? Let me look it up. When? Pacific time, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Pacific time. Yeah. It'll be 9 p.m. Pacific time. And I won't be streaming it. Someone else will, but I will be there. Okay? Okay? It'll be 9 p.m. Pacific time. I won't be streaming it, but somebody else will. Yeah. Do I want to spoil it? I can't keep my mouth shut. It's another like full Tempest collab, right? Cause we're trying to keep it on Monday just to be like Monday's like collabs with the boys, right? But we can't hold it in and we want another one, right? We want another one, and we're gonna do another like with all 4 of the boys, right? Cause it's too fun, man. It's so cool. We could just all get together and play like a 4-player game, you know? I spoiled it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm too weak. I'm the weak link. I can't keep my mouth shut. I'm like Jimmy the Squealer. I just like squealing. All right, I'm done. I gotta leave before I start squealing more stuff. Okay, later, guys. Take care. Oh, the collab with Callie Senpai, that's coming up like in 30 minutes, you know? So if you guys want to watch more of Grandpa, there's more coming up real soon, right? It'll be fun. Yeah. So head on over, you know? I wish I could redirect, but for those of you that don't know, redirecting on YouTube is very different from rating. It requires like an opt-in, right? Like a manual opt-in, and yeah, just can't do that with anybody. Pretty much, we've only done the opt-in with Tempest right now. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye.